Today I'm going to show you how to make this really pretty flower headband. So this is the effect, and I've got this really pretty ruffled edge ribbon, 9mm ribbon, to do the headband, and that bit's super simple. So I'll just put this out of the way. And I have half made a lot of the parts just to speed it up so you're not watching me for hours. So I've already got the big flower made and one of the little ones. You need some felt circles, and you can either use half pearls or like these little embellishments like this, any sort of small circular embellishments. And as you can see, I've already got the first sets of petals already, because you've got 1.5 inch ribbon here and 1 inch ribbon for this. So you've got two flowers in the 1 inch ribbon and 1 flower in the 1.5, and I'll put all the measurements below. But it's 6 centimeters times 5 for your 1 inch petals, and it's 5 times 10 centimeters for your 1.5 inch ribbon. But I will put it all in the description box in case anyone forgets. We're going to put our headband first because that's the easiest bit, and then I'll show you how to do the last petal and put everything on the headband. So this is a 9mm band. I got mine from Love You Crafts. They sell them in sets of 5. I'm going to heat seal the end of our ribbon, and what I did beforehand is I took my length of 9mm and I just wrapped it all the way along and worked out that I had enough. So basically, but it is roughly 30, about 40 centimeters. But like I said, check your headband because some of them are a little bit bigger. Okay, so then all we're going to do is you want a teeny tiny bit on the back, so that first side there, and with the bit that we've heat sealed, place that directly on the back there and make sure it's centered, so that when we fold it over you've not got any white showing. Now I will say this, take it slow and steady. I do sort of 1 inch of glue at a time. Don't do more than that because you need to sort of flatten this hot glue down, and if you do more than that you can't smooth it quick enough and it looks bulky, you get like a line underneath. So like I said, do 1.5 inches at a time, no more than that, and use your thumb to smooth that out, and then keep going until you've done the whole headband. A little bit. Pull it really tight against headband as well. Smooth it so you've got no glue lump. You can tell I've my glue gone on too long today. There we go. And let me know in the comments below what kind of tutorials you want to see next, because I tend to make styles that I enjoy myself, but I don't mind making ones that you guys are interested in. Because we all have very different tastes, so sometimes it's good for me to break out my comfort zone. Don't overdo the glue too much either, because again, you don't want any lumps and just little bits. Fingers, got a little bit of glue on the edge. There we go. I've got the same size amount each foot as well. Heat seal this end, and then we're going to put a touch of glue on there. And we just fold that over. Now I don't do anything more with the ends because again, I have like sensory issues, and if I wrap felt and things like this around the edge when they look quite professional looking like this, it irritates the backs of my ears. So like I said, I don't bother doing anything more than that because that's more than enough for me, and that little bit just gives it, because it's got the ruffle as well, it just gives it just enough to sit nicely without like being irritating. So we've got half of our petal, well 4 out of 5 of our petals folded, and we're going to do exactly the same step on this 5th petal. And I will say this, on your 1.5 inch ribbon, you do 6 stitches to get 3 creases each. On your 1-inch petals, you do 2 stitches each to get 2 creases on each petal. And you take it and you want to fold a triangle away from you. Now the key thing for this bit is making sure that both these sides are the same depth, so 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters. So when you fold it back, again, your edges line up nicely and your point is straight across. So to show you again, so flat, fold up like this, so you've got this triangle here. You've got the even sides both there, and then fold that. So you get this. I take one of these clips to hold it in place. And this is what the back looks like, and this is what the front looks like. Now be careful to make all of your petals in exactly the same way, because you want the edge, like this side where it turns over, to all be the same way. So these pockets are always this way and the closed side's always that side. Okay, so we've got all 5. We're going to take our thread, and I have mine doubled as normal. Pop the clip out of the way. Make sure it's all lined up, and you want to go from above. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you get any, just reseal the edge in the blue clear bit of the flame. 1. We've got all 5 on. Make sure that they're all facing this way up, and I pull them along until you've got this little bit of thread here, and this is the cinch method. And like I said, make sure that they're all the right way. And then take this side and pull it under and pull it really, really, really tight, so that you've got no gap there at all, because this gives you something for your embellishment to sit on as well. Whereas if you don't do it tight and you leave the gap, you have like a space, and then there's no, you have to like build a little dip to put your embellishment on. So just keep tying that off in the back. Like I said, make sure it's nice and tight. There we go. And then you can cut that thread once you've tied it a good couple of times. But like I said, this is why I use extra strong Goodband thread, because if you use normal cotton thread, you would have snapped it a few times by now, but that's why we use this one. And then this is the look you get, and you can move your petals around just a little bit, but as you can see, 2 creases each petal. Now this is a metal embellishment. The trick that I have for gluing these is I've got E6000 and the hot glue gun. Now for the hot glue gun to hold it in place, because E6000 takes 24 hours to set. So with your glue gun, dead on the centre, put your glue there, take your E6000 and put that on the back of your embellishment, and then place that on the hot glue, and the hot glue will hold it in place while the E6000 is setting. But you need both, because the E6000 will hold, but it needs full 24 hours to set. If you don't let it set, it will slip or fall off, because like I said, if you put it on this with the E6000 not set, they'll just fall off. Whereas like I said, with the hot glue and it combined, that's where it works. So you can turn your flower over now. And I've got 2 sizes of felt circles as well. So you need 4 for the 1 inch and 2 for the 1.5 inch. And I've got 2.5 ones and 2, so like 20 and 25 millimeters, and I buy mine from eBay in packs of like 1,000 at a time. So take one of your circles, rubber glue on the back there, and pop that on the back, and then you've got all three. They all look exactly the same. And then to achieve this, what we do with these ones is fold them in half, and the width of your headband, so like this, you basically cut 2 slots on each one, that like 9mm apart. I normally judge with my eyes. There we go, last one. So we're going to do the small one first. So thread it, so we go up and under. So you've got this bit facing upwards towards you, and then slip it along your band to where you want it. And then we do exactly the same with this one. So we want to go from beneath and then under through. Slip that one up again wherever you want it on your headband. And last one. From beneath. And then back down. There we go. So we've got them where we sort of want them. And as you can see, you can sort of shift them around a little bit. I like it just sort of to the left or the right of the headband. And the one that I glue first is always the biggest one, so I can work out where I need to push the 2 smaller ones. So what you do now is you glue around here. And only glue on your felt circle, don't glue it on the actual headband, because this will make it sort of semi-adjustable as well. So take your flower, line it up with the felt circle on the back of your flower. And then press them together like so. As you can see now from the fact that we've got that one on, this one's too close to it. So you can adjust that a little bit. Same with this side, a little bit too close. So we can move those both out to where we think they need to be. And again, you can pop those on. Exactly the same thing. Glue round that felt circle, not on the actual headband. Line it up with the circle on your flower. And squish them together. And then as you can see, it's still adjustable. Last one. Around the circle. I tend to flip these over once I've worked out which way I want the main point to be. Line up your circle. Squish it together. And there you go. Like I said, there's them slightly separated, so you can have them like this. You can adjust it a little bit so that they're sat just a little bit over the top. And like I said, you can do multiple colours, you can do multiple layers, you can do all the way across, all the way down, as many as you want. You could just do the one, you could do the smaller, etc. It's like really easy to do, and you've got so many ways. And like I said, it just gives you the option. Once you're 100% certain where you want them, obviously you could add a little bit more glue just to completely tack it into place, but also it gives the mum, so because like some people have got personal taste, they can just adjust it a little bit themselves. But like I said, this is what you get, and you can do this with any kind of 9mm. I just got lucky that I had a couple of colours of like this ruffle, edge stuff in my 9mm box, and it just looked really pretty with this particular tutorial. So there you go, there's the two. And the half pearls, you would do exactly the same thing as the glue, tiny dot of hot glue in the centre, E6000 on the actual back of the half pearl. But there you go, that's the rainbow pastel ombre, and sort of your mint blue with like the little diamante bling. So pretty. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye!